Hey ladies, and welcome to week 3 of Body Image. I'm so excited to share this topic with you because it is something near and dear to my heart, something that I've had great successes with and massive failures. So we are going to continue to learn together as we renew our mind to God's truth about how we look. Because we are, let's be honest, swimming in a world of messaging about thinness and beauty and great hair and great skin being the be all end all. Spend the money on this skin cream and your life will be great, right? Be a certain size and you'll have all these friends. And we know that this is not true. We know it doesn't line up with the Word of God, but it's so hard to just sort of pull back and refresh ourselves with truth. And that's what we want to do this week. We want to give you the tools to walk away from those things a little bit at a time so that they don't hold a grasp on you. So as you're reading, I want you to pay attention to what God really values. If you had a checklist of all the characteristics that he hopes you really have honed when you get to heaven, what are they going to be? And what do you think you're going to be is going to be at your top? What do you really want to work on? What do you think he looks over the earth and scans the earth, and when he sees a woman with that characteristic, he stops and goes, wow, I'm just so proud of that child. Okay? Probably not looking for the size on the back of your jeans or how many calories you ate that day, right? His ways are higher than our ways and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So let's see what his thoughts are when it comes to body image. All right, so next I would like you to look for ways to practically renew your mind. So these are a few tips that have helped me, and I believe that they'll back up the efforts that we're putting in this week in the Word. And the first thing is to really celebrate the creation that God has made. I don't know, but if you've ever watched a Discovery Channel, minus all the evolution stuff, but Discovery Channel, where they're just discussing the cells and the way they're so intricate that God just has made our bodies and a cell even more complicated than the most complex computer. And we can't figure it out, and we don't know how it works. And our heart still beats, and our lungs still open and close to bring in air. And we walk, and all of these things that are just beyond our imagination. And regardless of whether you have some health challenges or not, your body is still pretty amazing. And to celebrate that and to be thankful can really get our eyes onto what matters most. Because that's what's going to happen. Whatever we think about is what's going to fill our thoughts, and that's what's going to seem the most prevalent to us. So if we can really just stand in awe of the creation of God, that will help to alleviate some of the body image things we deal with. So it's really kind of hitting this from a bunch of different angles here. Another thing you do is you want to protect yourself. It's just to guard your heart, for out of it flow the issues of life. So what is coming into your mind that's making it hard to have a godly perspective on your body image? I don't get Victoria's Secret catalogs. I don't get fitness magazines. I've stopped watching certain shows that I would just turn off and feel really yucky about myself because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to let that crud in and then feel bad about myself. So are there emails that you can unsubscribe from? Can you unfollow people on Facebook, Instagram, wherever that stuff is coming in, and then fill it back up with things that are going to make you excited about the things that God has for your life, to get you vision focused on things that really matter. Another thing to do is to really watch for sort of body checking, they call it, which is that's when you walk into the mirror and you've got a particular thing that you always look at, that you pinch, that you walk past a reflective surface and you notice it right away, your belly or your legs or whatever it is that us women get crazy about, right? Watch the body checking and tell yourself no. Now you won't catch it every single time, but when you notice it, put your foot down and say, I'm not going there. Because that just creates even more angst around certain things that aren't even helpful, right? None of that stuff is actually going to help you eat in a way that glorifies God. That's not going to help you lose weight. That's only going to make you feel really bad about yourself and want to go eat just to escape your own self-criticism. So keep an eye out for the body checking, that you don't get stuck in that trap, because it's super unhelpful and it's just, it's not going to do you any good. Another thing that I've done too, which is not super spiritual, but it does help, which is just getting clothes that fit. Things that you can slip on and they don't tug and pull. It's just lets you stop thinking about your body so that you can go on and do the things that God has called you to do. Doing your lipstick, your makeup. Yes, these are external things. Yes, it's not the most important thing to God, but taking care of ourselves does speak something as well. And I would say gosh, I can't remember if I wrote this in a post or an email, but like, picture yourself in a binge. Are you sitting there with your hair done and a cute outfit on? Probably not. You're probably in your joggers, sitting, watching TV, not around other people. So the way we dress can communicate something to ourselves, as well as just taking the time to, just feel good and clean and fresh and lotioned up and all that kind of stuff. So so this week, really keep an eye out for ways to practically, protect yourself from negative body influences. But then when you're in the Word, really get a grasp of what God has to say about how you look and what matters to Him. And what I'd love for you to share below is, what is that characteristic that you want to be known for by God? That you want Him to say, yeah, my sister Amy, she has that kindness thing down. Beverly, she is such a giving heart. I love that I can give her money and she just disperses it for me. It's amazing. So think about those things outside of your body that really matter to God, that you can strive for and work for, and that will make you feel even better about yourself than losing a couple pounds, right? Let's be honest. All right, thank you so much for sharing this time with me today, and I will see you in the group. Bye.